I don't trust anybody, including you. I love you. But, you know, there's not a lot of people I trust.
Yeah, I don't trust the voting machines, you dickhead. But you know what? And when other people don't trust them and stuff, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. But you know what? You're a fucking dickhead, and you're a kid diddler, and you're fucking creepy.
To look, the Taliban has a.
Come on, Joe. Come on. And they have a what? The same fetish as you? Little boys?
Taliban has to make a fundamental decision. Is the Taliban going to attempt to be able to unite and provide for the well-being of the people of Afghanistan, which no one group has ever done since before, dealing for hundreds of years? And if it does, it's going to need everything from additional help in terms of economic assistance, trade, and a whole range of things. The Taliban has said, we'll see whether they mean it or not. They're seeking legitimacy. They're seeking legitimacy to determine whether or not they will be recognized by other countries. They have told other countries as well as us they don't want us to move our diplomatic presence completely. But all of this is all just talk now. All just talk now.
Yeah, I mean, you're just definitely all but talk, and you talk about nothing. You know, what was, you know, do you trust the Taliban and shit? And you're basically saying that we're going to go back into Afghanistan. You know, like, why isn't the UN there right now? You know? I understand that the Taliban don't want it, but hey, we have the United Nations for a reason. Right? We fund them. Yeah. You know, maybe they should help out a little bit. Because it seems like they're just really good at creating problems, such as, yeah, we can't fund the weapons of mass destruction.
And so far, the Taliban has not taken action against U.S. forces. So far, they have, by and large, followed through on what they said in terms of allowing Americans to pass through and the like. And so far, the Taliban has not taken action against U.S. forces.
All right. Taliban block entry to Kabul airport for many seeking Australian evacuation flights. Inside desperate, dangerous scramble to evacuate Kabul as Taliban seizes control. Yeah, Afghanistan 100 swarm runway. Thousands of Afghans can't access the airport. Those who can recall Taliban threats. So yeah. And what was the Taliban?
So far, they have, by and large, followed through on what they said in terms of allowing Americans to pass through and the like. And I'm sure they don't control all of their forces. It's a ragtag force. And so we'll see. We'll see whether...
Taliban violently block Australian citizens from Kabul airport evacuation flights. And this is the Guardian. You know? Australian citizens, permanent residents, and Australian visa holders should now travel to Kabul Hamad Karzai International Airport if you are able to do so safely to wait for planned evacuation flight. You know, with the Taliban now is almost total control of Afghanistan. But
so far, they have, by and large, followed through on what they said in terms of allowing Americans to pass through and the like. And I'm sure they don't control all of their forces. It's a ragtag force. And so we'll see. We'll see whether or not what they say turns out to be true. But the bottom line is this, folks. Look, at the end of the day, if we didn't leave Afghanistan now, when do we leave? Another 10 years? Another 5 years? Another year? I'm not about to send your son or your daughter to fight in Afghanistan. I don't see where that is in our overwhelming interest. And to talk about how our interests are going to be impacted, let me tell you, you're sitting in Beijing or you're sitting in Moscow. Are you happy we left? They love
Yeah, that was fucking creepy and evil. What? Holy shit. He just told us exactly because they're freaking holding Joe they're holding up Biden and everything. Hunter they're using Hunter Biden as blackmail. And freaking so this is just him publicly recognizing.
Let me tell you, you're sitting in Beijing or you're sitting in Moscow. Are you happy we left? They'd love nothing better for us to continue to be bogged down there, totally occupied with what's going on. So the idea, I think that history is going to record.
We were pulling out way beforehand. Only China wasn't going to get any part of it. That's the reason why freaking this whole calamity happened, because freaking, blackmail. And so.
This was the logical, rational, and right decision to make. So thank you all so very much.
Sanctions against the Taliban. The British are calling for sanctions. They're going to discuss sanctions on Tuesday. Would you support sanctions against the Taliban under certain conditions? On Friday, you mentioned harsh conditions if they misbehave.
The answer is yes. It depends on the conduct.
So he's recognizing the Taliban. Because how can he put sanctions on, how can you sanction freaking ISIS? But sanctioning the freaking Taliban, he just admitted that fucking, he's recognizing the Taliban as a legitimate presence.